you remember middle school? It was that time in a lot of kids' lives where they probably experienced anxiety for the first time. You hear stories about getting swirlies, you might not have your friends in any of your classes, you're scared you might get stuffed in a locker, and don't forget the scariest thing of all is somebody might see your no-no parts because you gotta start changing in front of people in gym class. Well, out of all of those situations, the one thing I never expected to happen was to see some melons drop. Some mommy milkers. Some humana-humanas. That's right, I'm talking about breasticles. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the time that I got flashed in middle school. I do need to make this very clear that I myself was a middle schooler in this story. I'm not trying to get a Subway sponsorship out of this video. One thing you need to know about middle school Juice was that he was a nobody. I fit into every group because I didn't want any enemies. But I hung out with one particular group more than any other group in middle school, and that was the ladies. You see, back in the day, I thought the best way to get a girlfriend was to hang out with a bunch of girls. You get to know their interests, what they like, what they don't like, what makes them laugh. I was trying to become a pro of the female mind. What I didn't realize was that I was building the biggest real estate empire in the friend zone. This also made people think I was gay, which was probably another reason why I didn't have a girlfriend. But whether it was people thinking I was gay or I was just a really good friend, the honest fact was that I hung out with a lot of girls. So one day at school, I'm in class. I couldn't honestly tell you what this class was. It was definitely something we weren't taking seriously, and we probably even had a sub that day.
I've got my eye on you, Jay Quellen.
But I remember everything else about this moment clearer than a freshly cleaned window that a bird smashes into. You see, my middle school had this weird W shape with a hallway here and here, and the library was right smack in the middle. My class was located in the middle of this hallway, and the only exits were in the front of the library here and this loud stairwell that led out to the courtyard over here. This info will be relevant later. Now, this classroom did have an odd formation for the desks. Instead of a standard classroom where you're sitting right behind somebody, the room was actually divided and you had two halves of the class just staring at each other. So on this day, all of the guys were sitting with their backs to the door, while I was on the other side with the ladies with the perfect seat in front of the doorway. I like to think of it as God's little gift to me for being so clueless about me building an empire in the friend zone.
God, he knows what turns you on.
Oh yeah, I should point out that when I was going to school, it was totally normal for classroom doors to be wide open. I'm not too sure if that happens anymore in America for reasons.
Bunga!
So there I am, sitting in class, listening to Linkin Park, when I hear this girl next to me say, "Do it, bitch, you won't." This causes me to look towards the doorway where I see her partner in crime. Now, one thing I need to mention about these two ladies is they were known as the baddies in school. But back in the day, baddies meant the opposite of good, not super sexy ladies like it does today. I should also point out that not only did the girl that was doing the flashing have a bad rep, she was also known for being, let's say, gifted in the chesticle region. So as I'm seeing that there's a conversation happening between these two ladies, I have a feeling that something's about to go down. Now, you have to believe me when I tell you this. I do not have superpowers, but what happened next happened in a split second, and I remember it as if I was Flash in the freaking Speed Force. This is exactly what happened moment by moment. So as I hear the words, "Bitch, lasagna," I turn my head to the girl next to me and she's staring at the doorway. As I shift my eyes to the door, I noticed our friend just standing there dressed in a black shirt and blue jeans. I'm telling you, I remember this vividly. As she is standing in the doorway, I scan the room and notice that no one else is paying attention to this girl outside the door. That's when I see her grab the bottom of her shirt with both hands and my eyes are locked in. It's at this point it feels like NASA is about to launch something. She looks to the left. Nobody in the classroom is paying attention to her. She looks to the right. I still can't believe nobody is paying attention to her. And as her freaking grip tightens on the bottom of her shirt, the countdown begins. Now, to the untrained eye, they would say these big naturals dropped at the same time, but when you're a booba connoisseur such as myself, I knew that one dropped faster than the other because the impact hit me like an NFL linebacker. And before I had time to catch my breath, the other dropped like an atomic bomb and destroyed me like Sarah Connor. Then it was just silence. I found myself in a void thinking about what I had just experienced. It was something you saw in those raunchy teen movies, and I was the lucky bastard that witnessed it. No longer was I a loser kid stuck in the friend zone. I was now a loser kid stuck in the friend zone that saw boobs. But then, out of nowhere, God comes down from heaven to collect my soul after letting me see perfection, just so he could have me be called a liar. When I had finally came back to reality, her friend was laughing her ass off, and my jaw must have been on the floor because everybody was just staring at us. I'm pretty sure one of the guys asked what happened, and I explained that we just got flashed, which led to some dude literally jumping out of his desk and rushing to the door to see if there was somebody there. But he wasn't fast enough because Mommy Milkers turned on the jets and went down that hallway and outside that stairwell super fast. Which of course this led to all the guys in the classroom calling bullshit and saying, "There's no way you got flashed." And I'm pretty sure her friend just kept laughing the whole time so she couldn't confirm the story. But I didn't need any of those dudes to believe my story because I know what I saw and it was glorious. Now that wasn't my first encounter with breasticles, I had already seen plenty. This was the era of late night HBO, Showtime TV, Girls Gone Wild, and Channel 99. And the internet was all the rage. I thought I had seen Britney Spears' boobs like a million times because I didn't know what the hell a deepfake was or Photoshop. But I can tell you right now, no amount of virtual bazingas can compare to the real things. Now my memory is a little foggy. I don't know if I had experienced the magical wonderland that was Mount Boob before this experience, but for the sake of the story, I'm just gonna say I hadn't. So yeah, that's the story of me getting flashed in middle school. It was pretty awesome, and shout out to Mommy Milkers for giving me a very vivid memory. But that's all I got. Wait! Did your hair grow? What do you want? I was gonna tell you that before you go, you should let them know if they need to cover up their chesticles, they should visit the merch store. Oh yeah, with the launch of the new channel, we also launched some new merch. So if you want to join the Fuck the Niche movement or grab yourself an Established in 2012 shirt, check out the link in the description. And if you happen to snag something, let me know in the comments section of the next video or let me know on social media. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. But seriously, your hair grew, right?